Hey everybody, it's Mr. Matt here with Bedtime Bible Live. I am here by myself, and actually I pre-recorded this one today. I'm out here. I don't know if you can see it. I am grilling. I'm getting ready to grill up some burgers on the grill. The grill is getting fired up. I don't know if you can see it down there. It is really getting hot. I mean, it is like fired up. But anyway, I figured while I was doing this, Anna's at her grandma's house, so she's not here to help me today. Luke's out going for a walk with his mom. They're stopping to get some milk or something. I don't know. But I'm here. And I was thinking today about this wonderful book in the Bible that you may have heard of, you may not have heard of before, but it is called Proverbs. Okay, Proverbs. And you can find Proverbs just like this. If you take your Bible and you kind of eyeball the middle of your Bible, right? If you kind of look at this one's a little different, but if you take your Bible, you kind of eyeball the middle of your Bible, and then you go to the middle, you're going to probably end up in Psalms. And then the next book right after Psalms is Proverbs, and that's what we're going to read out of today. Now, Proverbs is an interesting book. It mostly was written by a man named Solomon, and like I said before, Solomon had the reputation of being the wisest man in the world. He was king of Israel, and he was one of the wisest men in the world. And Proverbs, he wrote down, he was just giving fatherly advice to young people. So all of you are very young people, and this is Solomon, the wisest man in the world, giving advice to young people, just like fatherly sayings, like your father might say something like, you can teach a man to fish. Wait a minute. You can give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, or you could teach a man to fish and he'll have food for a lifetime, that kind of stuff, like stuff that fathers say. Well, that's like what Proverbs is, the whole book. Well, today, some of them I thought were really appropriate to some of the stuff that's going on in the world today. I'm going to turn to Proverbs chapter 18. So get your Bible out and turn to Proverbs chapter 18. And then listen to some of these things that he writes in here. You ready? This is Proverbs chapter 18. Unfriendly people care only about themselves. They lash out at common sense. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people these days that are lashing out against common sense. Talk to your parents about that. If you hear a news story, think about this, okay? Here's another one that's kind of similar. Fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their own opinions. Now, this was written thousands of years ago, and we're having the same problems today. If you go on social media, if your parents go on social media, how much of this is happening? Fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their own opinions. How many people only want to say what they think, and they're not really interested in hearing anybody else's opinion on the same topic? Solomon warns us against this. If you're like that, he calls you a fool. Okay? Wise words are like deep waters. Wisdom flows from the wise like a bubbling brook. That's a good one, right? Fools' words get them into constant quarrels. They are asking for a beating. This is Solomon talking. Fools' words get them into constant quarrels. If the things that you're saying are getting you into constant fights, or if the things that you're posting on social media or your friends are posting on social media, or an adult or whatever, if they're getting them into constant quarrels, Solomon says you're asking for a beating. Now, I don't think you should go out there and beat anybody, but he says you're kind of asking for it. You know what I mean? Like, you deserve it. You deserve what comes to you. Anyway, the mouths of fools are their ruin. They trap themselves with their lips, right? So all of these little sayings here, all of these little proverbs, here's another one that's all the same. These are all like the same. You ready? Spouting off before listening to the facts is both shameful and foolish. Spouting off before listening to the facts. Solomon says facts here, not opinions. Spouting off before listening to the facts is both shameful and foolish. These are all in this book of Proverbs. There's like hundreds and hundreds of them that are just like this. I used to love Proverbs when I was a kid. Open up to them, read through them. They're all these these wonderful little sayings that you can easily memorize, and there's tons of them. So go through and see what you like and read them. And remember, this is fatherly advice from one of the wisest men who ever lived. So, well, it's probably pretty good advice. All right, that's it for today. This is the Book of Proverbs. I miss you all. Hopefully we'll see you all soon. Bye.